on Sky News Business. This is Business Class.
Hi, I'm James Wilkinson and welcome to Business Class. Today, we're coming to you from Rome. Before we give you the best of the Eternal City, here's this week's travel news. In travel news this week, Qantas has revealed that it is making a number of changes across its international network later this year, including a move that will see Boeing 747-400s dropped from Los Angeles. From December 3, Qantas's last remaining Boeing 747 services operating into Los Angeles will be replaced by a combination of Airbus A380 and Boeing 787-9 Dreamliner aircraft. Then on December 4, the Tuesday Sydney-Los Angeles 747 service will be replaced with an A380, providing daily A380 services to Los Angeles from both Sydney and Melbourne. As previously announced, from September 1, the 787-9 Dreamliner will operate the daily Brisbane, LA, New York City service, replacing the current 747-400 aircraft that operate the route. The changes to Los Angeles services are a bonus for flights to Hawaii, with Qantas's flights from Sydney to Honolulu being upgauged to a Boeing 747-400 from December 7. And this will see the introduction of premium economy to Hawaii by Qantas for the first time. Other Qantas network changes include additional flights from Sydney to San Francisco, Osaka and Manila, while reductions will be seen on services from Sydney to both Dallas and Beijing. United Airlines has unveiled its remodeled Polaris Lounge at San Francisco International Airport. As of this week, customers traveling in United Polaris Business Class will now be able to relax and dine prior to their travels or refresh upon arrival. The lounge has 440 seats, pieces of art by prominent Bay Area artists, 5 private day beds, 8 shower suites, and a restaurant dining area. There's also a bistro-like buffet and an excellent selection of wines and cocktails. Virgin Australia and Virgin Atlantic have signed a new code-share agreement this week. The new code-share partnership allows guests from the United Kingdom and Australia to travel effortlessly between the two countries on Virgin Airlines, connecting via Hong Kong or Los Angeles. The code-share offering will include Virgin Australia's Sydney-Hong Kong services that commence operations on July 2, in addition to the Melbourne-Hong Kong services already on offer. In hotel news, Marriott International has opened the brand new Westin Perth, which features 368 rooms and suites. The hotel features some top food and beverage offerings, including Garum, the Westin signature restaurant from acclaimed Melbourne chef Guy Grossi. Guests will also find Haven Lounge in the hotel lobby, which offers guests light meals, crafted cocktails and high teas. For business and conference guests, the hotel offers over 2,300 square metres of event space across 9 meeting venues. The hotel also features a gym, and every guest room comes complete with Westin's famous Heavenly Bed. Those staying in a club room will have access to an executive lounge, which offers breakfast, evening drinks and canapes. British Airways has just opened a brand new lounge at Rome's Fiumicino Airport that's ideal for executive travellers. Let's go inside. British Airways has opened a new stylish lounge at Rome's Fiumicino Airport as part of the airline's £4.5 billion global investment for premium and business travellers. The lounge is the latest in the global network to be remodelled, and it follows a new design concept for the airline featuring the very best of British and European design. Spread over 460 square metres, the space can comfortably host nearly 140 customers. It also features a number of zones that create separate spaces for customers to work or relax in ahead of their flight to London. The centrepiece of the lounge is a granite-topped feature bar with bespoke lighting and comfortable low seating. During peak times, the bar will be hosted by a mixologist, enabling customers to sit back and relax as their drink is made ready to order. Customers will also have access to power and USB points throughout the lounge to recharge their personal devices as well as wireless printing. The next lounges to be unveiled with the new look will be at New York's JFK Terminal 7, along with improvements being made there to the customer service experience at check-in. Now it's time to check into the city's most luxurious establishment, Hotel Eden. The Grand Dame just had a massive makeover, reopened last year. Tell us about the makeover here.
So, indeed, this hotel is an hotel that has been at the forefront of Roman hospitality for over 130 years. And when Dorchester Collection bought it, was with one very clear and simple mission, to restore it, to give it a new glory, and of course to give to the city of Rome its finest hotel ever. So it was a true labor of love that lasted 17 months. And we worked with the best designers, we sourced the best materials, whether it's the fabric, the marbles, and we worked with the best craftsmanship. So, as I said, a true labor of love with one thing at the forefront. It was very much putting everything that is Italian, everything that is Rome, into this hotel. So wherever you look, whether it's the marbles, whether it's the faucets, whether it's the handcrafted paintings, you live and breathe Rome when you are in this hotel. You have a very strong sense of place. So you wake up in the morning, you open your eyes, you know where you are.
And some of the best hotel rooms in not just Rome, but all of Italy here too, aren't they?
Absolutely, absolutely. I think we're very proud of what we have achieved, and the feedback from everybody coming and stay, it's been fabulous. And as I said, we are in a very privileged position. As I said, Rome is inside, but also when you open your window, you see Rome outside, whether it's through the church bells of the Spanish Steps or the Dome of St. Peter's. We are in a very privileged position.
And very high quality products in the bedrooms as well, aren't they?
Yes, as I said, we had one clear mission to give and to have the very best of the best. So where we partner with some brands, it had to be the best Italian brands, like our bathroom amenities are by Bottega Veneta, which is of course a very luxury brand. And again, is it the curtains in our bedroom is Rubelli, which is a very famous producer of fabric. So as I said, we worked and we partner with the best.
Look, how important is that attention to detail in a luxury hotel in Rome as well?
I think detail is everything. Details of everything, because there's a lot of thought, and everything seems effortless. Everything seems to happen by magic. But the attention to detail and the thinking with the head of the guests and the experience of the guests at the forefront. Everything that we did with our guests at the forefront. So how can he live something of an experience which is seamless? How can he have the best sleep quality? How can, when he comes out of the shower, be very seamless to get from the simple thing, getting a towel, or have the best towel on himself? So the attention of detail was really, let's say, at the forefront of everything that we did.
There's exceptional service here though too as well.
Well, we like to think that. That's always been in the DNA of the Dorchester Collection. So yes, you have the product, but the product is absolutely nothing if you don't have the people that give the life and the soul to this product. So of course there's the, let's say, the element of being professional at what you do, but then there's also the human element, which plays a very strong part, and then lastly is the aesthetic element. So we work around these three to give very much a unique experience. And being Italian, everything comes from the heart, so definitely helps everything.
And also when you look at the hotel as well, you've got an amazing day spa here too, don't you?
Yes, that was something that we were indeed missing. I think the smart thing when Dorchester Collection bought this hotel, we didn't just close it and, let's say, restore it. We lived it for a while, so we could understand what it was and the magic, so we could create more magic when we restored it. And at the same time, we realized, okay, what are we missing? We were missing a larger room, bigger suites, and we definitely were missing a spa. So that was one of the first things that we started, working as a project. And we have a beautiful spa, and the concept is all suite spa. So you have your private elevator that brings you downstairs, and everything happens in the privacy of your suite. So it's a very bespoke service. You have your own suite, you have your own shower, you have your own changing area, your own steam room area. Everything happens just for you in your own privacy.
And with the hotel, you've also got some amazing restaurants in here, don't you?
Oh, yes. Well, restaurants and bar was always, let's say, a big let's say, attraction for this hotel. You know, you sit on the top floor, you command the great views across the city. So we definitely wanted to elevate that experience even further. So we have one bar and two restaurants. One which is a casual dining. It also has an open air element. So you just sit outside, bask on the sun, and you really have these intoxicating views across the city. And then we have a fine dining with our chef Fabio Ciervo, who in just 6 months gained a Michelin star. And of course, we're pushing forward to do even better. And the great thing is that the Romans love, they have loved this place always, since forever, and they continue coming and enjoying. You know, this hotel is not just for the travelers, but it's also very much for the city of Rome.
Before we head into the kitchen of the Michelin-starred restaurant here at Hotel Eden, here's this week's Foodie Files with Necia Wilden.
Thanks, James. Yes, well, if you're planning your Roman holiday, you'll of course want to know where to eat and drink. First, the good news is that Rome's restaurants have finally caught up with the modern world, and most of them do now open all day instead of shuttering between lunch and dinner like they used to. So, where to go? Well, here's a few of my tips, all in the heart of the Eternal City. First, for the definitive old-school trattoria that's as packed with locals as it is with tourists, La Matricianella. The waiters are straight out of central casting and the food is deeply authentic. In fact, they only serve products from the Lazio region. And in fine weather, you can sit outside at pavement tables like we did. And it's all glorious, crazy, good Roman fun. Next up, Roscioli. It's one of those multitasking affairs, a deli, restaurant and wine bar all rolled into one. There are 3,000 wines on the list and over 300 cheeses. The owners have been in the food biz for 4 generations, so the place has that lovely sense of continuity that is so very European. Now, if you're after something more avant-garde, I've had very good intel on a place called Retro Bottega. It's really more of a food lab where you get to eat the chef's latest experiments. And if you've ever been to press club projects in Melbourne, you'll know what I mean. Oh, and finally, I can't resist, a place called Wisdomless Roma Tattoo Club. And yes, it is a bar as well as a tattoo joint. Somewhere to get a drink to go with your ink. Back home in Australia, it seems that right now there's no place like Rome. Clearly it's not enough any longer to just open an Italian restaurant. The chic thing to do is make it totally Roman, or at least pepper it with Roman influences. Oh, and speaking of pepper, the dish you must have in your Roman restaurant today is cacio e pepe, pasta with cheese and pepper. You'll find it on the menu at Guy Grossi's new restaurant in Perth. That's garum at the just opened Westin Hotel. Garum takes its name from an ancient Roman condiment, and you can try it here in a dish of quail with honey, garum, fennel and pine nuts. Luckily for us, the restaurant's claims to authenticity don't extend to another dish much loved in ancient Rome, deep-fried dormouse with honey. Now, of course, cacio e pepe isn't new. In fact, Melbourne's legendary Cafe D'Estasio in St Kilda has been serving the dish for 2 decades. However, D'Estasio manager Mallory Wall says it's really only taken off in the past few months. Before then, apparently, lots of us wanted to know why it didn't come with any sauce. Now we get it. D'Estasio also does a very fine version of another famous Roman treat, maritozzi, the cream-filled buns. One more thing you need to know about Rome right now is that the city's cocktail scene is hot and right up there with the world's best. So stay tuned, because right after the break, James Wilkinson speaks to one of Rome's celebrity bartenders to find out how to make a top Italian cocktail.
You're watching Business Class on Sky News Business. Welcome back to Business Class.
Back here in Italy, Rome offers some of the world's most amazing food. Let's check into the Michelin-starred kitchen now at Il Giardino to find out more. What really defines Michelin-starred Italian dining, do you think, in 2018?
I think it's a lot of things. First of all, the consistency. So the quality, you need to be today, tomorrow. You cannot do a dish nice today, or the quality of the ingredient is beautiful today and tomorrow is is not the same as today. So the consistency is really, really important. And then, clients look for experience. So it's not a classic dish. So you need to, keep the exciting dish and the message. My philosophy of cooking is based on 5 pillars. So you have innovation, the well-being, the ingredient, the flavor, and the art. So each point, it took me 24 years to get where I am today. So the innovation for me means knowledge. So we need to know what we're doing. Let's say I give you an example. All the vegetables we cook under pressure. So we preserve the nutrition side of the ingredients and then the color and the crunchiness. So it's really important to have the knowledge. It's not a mix in ingredients and then it's finished. So you need to balance. We need to take care about ourselves as well. So that's why the second point is the well-being. I think we need to take care about ourselves with, let's say, calories or how we treat the ingredients. I give you an example. If you wash the salad more than 30 minutes, you lose all the vitamins. So that's what is important for me as well. It's like another example. People, they ask me why you put the ingredient as a third part of your philosophy. It's really simple. Let's get an extra virgin olive oil. So when we put it in the pan and we smoke it, so we destroy it. So from the beginning you have vitamin E. So you have a lot of antioxidant in the oil, but you can destroy it in a second. So what's the point to have the best quality ingredient and then you destroy it in a second if you don't know what you're doing? And then the harmony, the flavors is really important. So if you're having, the crunchiness in a dish, the acidity, the harmony of these different texture is really important. It's really important. And then also the art. So we need to make it beautiful as well. The eye wants, we want to see something beautiful.
And when it comes to the produce at the moment, what ingredients are really popular at the moment or gaining traction for you?
But at the moment we have strawberries. I'm working on a dish with tomatoes. So I'm creating a dish with, there is a variation of the tomatoes and my remembering. Because when I was a child, I was always eating tomatoes with the bread. So I'm creating a dish which, where, there is a selection of different tastes. So I'm doing an ice cream, granita, kind of tomato soup. But it's very special. So I use a lot of technology to concentrate the flavors. So for me it's really important when you remove the greasy part and you remove the sugar from a dish, you have the, and then it is very hard to concentrate the flavors. So for me it's really important to concentrate it and to remove the extra, let's say, oil or to balance, to get the healthy concept as well.
Yeah, and you look at, Rome's got some very famous dishes, doesn't it?
Yes, so actually when I came in Roma in 2010, I want to create a dish with a local ingredient. So let's say there is a local dish very, very old, which is called the cacio e pepe, but I did it with a twist of modernity. So what it means for me. So for me, when you eat the classic one, it's very salty, it's very, the black pepper is very aggressive. So what I did, I balanced the pecorino cheese with the Parmigiano, so 60% of pecorino cheese and 40% of Parmigiano. And then the pepper, it's really, really high, it's hard to get the right one. So basically I was eating 2 months cacio e pepe myself. Finally, I find this wild Madagascar black pepper, which is really, really, really wow. It's got a lot of compounds of flavors. So the first bite when I had this first trial, I was, I stopped 3 seconds. I said, wow, that's the one. So it's on the menu, from 2010. That is a local dish, which I wanted to put in the gourmet restaurant, but with my twist.
High expectations of Romans coming to eat here that want really great local dishes?
Or the zucchini flour. So we have a lot of ingredients we can work with, very local. So especially all the vegetable we buy from an hour and a half from here. So on the Agripontino, on the seaside. So they are really fresh and like let's say the zucchini as well. So we have a lot of ingredients which are local. We try to always use the local ingredients and from the season.
Do you get a lot of requests of people coming here wanting just simple, beautiful Italian that they're used to in their home country?
Yes, we do. We do have a lot of requests. So let's say in a hotel we try to please everyone. So we start from the vegan, gluten-free. We can say, you know, on the a lot of menus we're doing in the room service. So we try to please really everybody, because nowadays I'm sure there is a lot of allergy. So the lactose. So what I did, the last 24 years, I was studying the human body as well, how it react, why we have some allergy. So like the lactose, because we cannot digest it, because we don't produce so many enzymes to digest the lactose. So that's, for me, is really important as well, to please everyone.
Now it's time for a cocktail that's the taste of the city.
Buonasera, welcome at Il Giardino Bar here in Roma at Hotel Eden. What we want to present to you today is our signature cocktail, which is called The Great Beauty, La Grande Bellezza. We named the cocktail after the Sorrentino movie because every day we play a different show today here at the bar. It's called the Sunset Show, and it's different every day. But one thing is still the same, is the beautiful purple color that comes onto Rome around the aperitivo time. So we want to celebrate both the sunset and the movie with a great cocktail. The base of this cocktail is a homemade infusion of a rosé aperitivo and some fresh tamarind. We're gonna use a nice 70 ml of this. And then, in order to give some strength to the cocktail, about 20 ml of mezcal. And also we could miss to bring some nice citrusy aroma with just a couple of dashes of mandarin bitters. We're now going to mix all the ingredients together. And now we're going to pour our cocktail in a champagne glass. Of course, we cannot miss the garnish, so we're going to garnish the drink with a nice flower, like one that you can find on Sundays in the Campo dei Fiori market here in Roma. And that's for you, La Grande Bellezza. Salute.
Well, that's it from us in Rome today. Thanks for watching, and tune in next week as our Roman adventure continues.